Good morning, I am عنبتاوي from Al Academy. Today, inshallah, we are going to talk about participle clause. But before that, let's try to solve your homework, your X homework. What was workbook page 29, reading comprehension. Underline the correct ending. The narrator saw إيش شاف a smoke. Excellent. The narrator saw it in the morning, the late afternoon, or the lunchtime. Excellent. At the late afternoon. Each time the narrator saw it, it was in the same place. Farther away or nearer? Yes, it was nearer. مرة كان أقرب إليه. David was the narrator's مين؟ إيش كان بقرب له؟ Excellent cousin. Bardin Hill was 15 miles away or 25 miles away or 6 miles away. In Ogden Town, father cried, rang the bell, or got excited. Yes, he rang the bell. The narrator got the composition book from the store belonging to the Peters, the Kellens, or the Johnsons. Yes, the Kellens. The narrator wrote in the composition book because she liked writing. She saw the smoke. She was forgetting things. بلا كانت تكتب because she was forgetting things. Check your answers, my dear student. Now, exercise number 2. Number these sentences in the order that the events they express are mentioned in the text. The narrator looked through the binoculars. Father David and Joseph went to Ogden Town. The war ended. The narrator saw a smoke. The telephones went dead. The smoke reached the crossroad. So number 1, excellent. The narrator saw smoke. 2, the narrator looked through the binoculars. 3, the war ended. 4, the telephones went dead. 5, Father David, Joseph went to Ogden Town. And number 6, the smoke reached the crossroad. Now let's answer exercise number 4. Match these words from the text with the correct definitions. I have column, narrow, serious, blanked, discovered, remind. What do I mean when I say column? Column is mean excellent, something right that rises up in a straight line. Narrow, very thin. Serious, not laughing. Blinked, went on and off. Discovered, realized. Remind, to help someone to remember something. Now let's start with our grammar. Participle clauses are a form of adverbial clause which let us say information in more economical way. We can use participle clauses when the participle and the verb in the main clause have the same subject. احنا الدرس عنا لما يكونوا participle clause main clause have the same subject. The verb main clause have the same subject. Participle clauses can be formed with the present participle ing form of the verb. يعني بيكون الverb ing. The past participle, third form of the verb, can be used to form participle clauses from passive sentences. From passive اللي هي المبني للمجهول. Okay, for example, announced by the principal, the open day will be on Thursday. Announced by the principal. إذا تم الإعلان عنه بالمدير. The open day will be on Thursday. راح يكون الافتتاح يوم الخميس. Note that if we wish to emphasize that the action was before another, then we can use a perfect participle. إذا إحنا منا نؤكد أو نشدد على الموضوع that one action was before another. يعني إشي حدث قبل الآخر. We can use the perfect participle. Having plus past participle. Example, after After Susan won the match, she jumped for joy. After Susan won the match, she jumped for joy. طلعوا. لا إذا بدي أحكي إنه بدي أوضح إنه في إشي حدث قبل إشي. Having won the match, Susan jumped for the joy. بدل ما أحكي after Susan won the match حكيت having won. خلص أنا عارفة مين السبجكت هون اللي هي Susan. Having won the match, Susan jumped for joy. Participle clauses are used to give more information about events, things, or idea. It gives us the ability to include a lot of information in a sentence without making it too long or complicated. من دون ما نخليها طويلة أو معقدة. For example, walking down the streets on Saturday, I saw Simon. Raising their glasses, they wished Darren a happy birthday. Having spent my money on a car, I couldn't afford a holiday. Participle clauses can be formed with the present participle اللي هو ing form of the verb or the past participle third form of the verb. خلينا على present participle أول. Shouting loudly, Peter walked home. Peter was shouting يعني هو قاعد بصرخ. بدل أنا حكيت shouting مين اللي shouting؟ Peter. طيب إذا هي past participle شو بدها تصير؟ Shouted at loudly, Peter walked home. Someone was shouting at Peter. هون اختلف المعنى شفتوا؟ هناك الأول shouting loudly مين اللي كان يصرخ؟ Peter walked home كان يمشي ويصرخ. Shouted at loudly, Peter walked home في واحد كان يصرخ عليه. If we wish to emphasize that one action was before another, then we can use perfect participle having plus past participle زي ما حكيت لكم قبل. إذا نستخدمه يا إنما having plus ing أو having plus past participle. For example, having won the match, Susan jumped for joy. Having been told the bad news, Susan sat down and cried. Having been told, okay? Participle form example. Active simultaneous action present participle ing form. إذا الactive simultaneous action بيكون شكلها present participle. شو يعني simultaneous؟ يعني تكون الفعلين أو two actions happening in the same time، يعني مزامن مع بعض، متزامنات، أوكي؟ نستخدم لهم present participle ing form. Holding the hair dryer in her left hand, she cut her hair. يعني بنفس الوقت that she was holding the hair dryer in her left hand, she cut her hair in the same time. Sequential action perfect participle يعني بالsequential action لما يكون عندي إشي قبل إشي يعني one first second third يعني قبل ترتيب أوكي نستخدم له perfect participle. Having plus third verb of form. Having plus third verb of form. Having washed her hair, she cut it. Passive, simultaneous and sequential action. Passive, simultaneous and sequential action. نستخدم له past participle. Past participle اللي هو third verb form. Blown by the hair dryer, her hair could easily be cut. The conjunctions as, because, and, since, as well as the relative pronouns who and which عندي يعني الconjunction اللي هن as, because, and, since, or etc. as well as the كمان عندي relative pronouns who and which are not used in the participle clause. For example, as the hair was blown to the right by the hair dryer, it could easily be cut. blown to the right by the hair dryer, the hair could easily be cut. Her hair which has been cut, which هاي هون عندي relative clause، شعرها اللي كان راح ينقص looks strange now. إذا بحكي her hair having been cut looks strange now. Her hair having been cut. إذا محيت which has having been cut. But the conjunctions before and when are used in the participle clause. إذا ما بنستخدم before and, because, as well as، بس بنستخدم الconjunction before or when. Before conjunction, when relative clause are used in the participle clause. For example, before she cut her hair she washed it. قبل إنها ما تقص شعرها she washed it. شو بنحكي؟ Before cutting her hair she washed it. إذا قبل cutting her hair she washed it. The conjunctions after and while can either be used or not. ممكن تستخدمها أو لا. For example, after she had washed her hair she cut it. After having washed her hair she cut it. إذا نرجع للبرنامج جدول هذا، خلينا نشوفه. لما يكون عندي جملة active، لما يكون عندي جملة passive، بدي أعملها بالparticiple. لما يكون عندي جملة active بيكون عندي simultaneous action. إذا كان simultaneous action بنخليه present participle plus ing for example, holding the hair dryer in her left hand she cut her hair. If I have sequential action بنستخدم perfect participle plus بتكون شكلها having plus third form of verb. For example, having washed her hair she cuts it. If I have a passive sentence, simultaneous and sequential action بيكون past participle plus third verb of form. Blown by hair dryer, her hair could easily be cut. Please open your student book, page 33, question number 3. So, cheering widely, the answer will be D. The spectators celebrated their team's win. 2. Having read about this film will be excellent. I can't wait to see it. Number 3. Neglected for years. It will be A. The garden resembled a jungle. 4. Having been chosen to be in the team will be, yes, C, which is Harry was determined to play well. Number 5. Instead of driving to work, Miss Brown decided to walk. Great job. Homework, workbook page 30, exercise number 1 and 2. That's for today. Have a nice day and take care of yourself. Goodbye.